You know what? I feel like no matter what my burp is, you rate me low.
Wow. Do you think I'm? You're a
little hard.
Am I
a little hard on me, Daddy.
Am I like
Daddy?
am I like the Russian judge?
You're the East German judge. We're gonna throw your score out.
No soup for you. How you like that shandy?
That is lovely. That's a delightful beer.
You should try the triple play. Oh my goodness.
Well,
that'll be next.
Yeah, it's kind of nice when I know what the next order is already.
Well, I know what the next two are because you mentioned that one
and the club country.
And the club country, yeah.
Oh my gosh!
I think it's better if I just kind of do a little bit of this.
We're gonna straddle. Here we are.
Well, let's all straddle each other.
Well, you know,
none of us face each other. While we're doing this.
Oh no!
It's now officially the Pony Express.
That's not what I was thinking.
I was trying to keep this a PG-13.
Since when?
Once. I figured once in 86 episodes.
This is going to be number 86.
This is 86.
86.
86. He's already recording, so. I'm drinking the Speedliner. What are you drinking, Nick?
It is the shandy. What do we call it?
That's the Old Sailor.
The Old Sailor.
That's perfect.
I feel like that fits me.
An Old Sailor.
That was actually going to be my suggestion if that wasn't it. So.
That is on brand.
Yeah, it's a grapefruit shandy.
You just say old, and I'd feel fine.
Sold.
Billy, what are you drinking?
Club Country.
Same.
Vinny. Okay. Heard.
That is a great beer for right on the porch outside.
Let me try that. Since you've been shandying it up all day.
I did throw down 3 shandies since 12:30.
He told me it didn't count because they're not beer.
Look, come on, the Lion and Kugel Summer Shandy, is that really beer?
Yeah. It's soda and
it's 0.5
wheat flavoring.
Yeah, that tastes like damn soda.
Yeah, it's very
really
sweet.
good.
No, if you're sitting on the dock with these, you'll have 14 before you realize, which is a good thing. That's not a complaint.
What happened was. You want to start the show? We've
Should we do the thing?
Yeah, just
Vine Street Lid, walking by in the parking lot there.
Oh, hurt. There you go.
All right, here we go.
Beers with Nigel is poured for you by Dire Oil Graphics, promotional products and design. They cover your brand bumper to bumper with graphic design, promo products, and print. See what Dire Oil Graphics can build for you at direoil.com. That's DYEROIL.com.
Love our sticker daddies.
Yeah. Welcome to Beers with Nigel. It's a podcast show about beer and other stuff. Or other things. Other things. I'm Nigel.
I'm that other guy.
That's Nick. We're on the road again.
Why is it that you remember my name and I never remember my name?
Well, sometimes I call myself you, so there's that.
There is that episode.
We're on the road. We're in St. Joe, America again. That's the second time we've been here. But this time we're at River Bluff Brewing in, say that.
River Bluff Brewing.
Bluff Brewing. Say that.
But this is the original River Bluff. But
It's
River Bluff .2 or 2.0 for us.
Yes, second time around.
Right.
Welcome to the show, Billy and Vinny. What's going on, guys?
Hello.
How you doing?
Introduce yourselves. Go ahead.
Hi, I'm Vinny. I'm a member of the Old Joe Brew Club. My full-time job is a brewer right here at River Bluff.
Billy, member of the Old Joe Brew Club, president for it, and soon-to-be brewer.
Really?
Full-time brewer, and yet to be disclosed location.
Oh, wow.
Oh.
You're going to have some breaking news.
I love breaking news.
It'll break tomorrow.
Oh, right on.
Well, then I think we should put it on here because
he won't post this till Friday.
I won't. I'm too lazy to post this before then.
Perfect. So if you're wondering why we're up at River Bluff or hanging out at River Bluff, they also put on the Ales West Beer Fest that's coming up in June. So we're going to talk River Bluff, St. Joe, and Ales West Beer Fest.
And also because it's 75 and beautiful on this patio.
We're outside, so just ignore the wind. Just make sure you put the microphone to your mouth. Phrasing.
You gotta hold it right there. Just
we didn't talk about the rules. We have rules. So rule number 1, we have beer. We got that covered.
Well, Junior needs to know what they're drinking.
We already said it in the pre-show.
The pre-show?
The pre-show. Yeah.
Okay.
So we covered the beers.
All right. Junior kind of looked at me a little funny a couple weeks ago, because we hadn't been shouting out the beers for him.
Oh, well.
And I was afraid he was going to get persnickety.
He's a surly guy.
Like Surly, the brewing company, or just in general?
Both.
Yes.
Both. If you need to burp, just burp into the microphone. We like to rate the burps. Apparently, Nick thinks I don't judge him correctly.
You lowball him on the rating.
Yeah.
He gets a little jealous, I think.
Who is jealous of your burps?
I think he gets a little jealous.
That's fucking hilarious.
I have never been jealous of another person's burps.
Now, if
Well, if you have a cry burp, which was from the first River Bluff episode.
We found that phrase at the original location.
Well, no, this is the original location.
This is
The original podcast location of River Bluff. The first time we went, they coined.
I didn't want to start a fight by calling the other one the original.
They started cry burp, and then we actually found a cry burper. Shout out to my man's over at Three Trails in Independence who can't really burp. So. Yes, he covered the mic. We're not going to name him. He was on the podcast.
That was the first of two guests that say they have trouble burping. So I don't know.
He knows who he is. If you happen to cuss, please do.
Lean in.
This is not
Let
a
it
family.
rip.
This is not a family show.
We hit the check box that says
What is
explicit
that
language.
smell? Good Lord, that smells
That is
good.
Adrian's Tacos.
Right beneath us, we have a guy doing
Yeah.
al pastor tacos off the spit.
Sir, Garcon.
Yeah, he comes here every Tuesday and does al
We're going to
pastor.
have to put it in order.
You got like a little paper airplane I can send down there?
I'll go down. It's fine.
Okay.
Phrasing.
We're good.
Anyway,
Not the first time.
let's get into it. Let's talk about, we love to talk about people's histories in beer. Let's start with you, Billy. Everybody has that story of, I was drinking this in college or maybe high school, and then there was something that turned you on to craft beer. Let's talk about some motorcyclists with pink wheels. That's cool. We're getting all the sounds.
One of those looked like a motorcycle for like a 3-year-old.
Probably is.
Yeah.
Probably a 3-year-old's motorcycle that the
That's
16-year-old's
what
driving.
just stole. Yeah.
Wow.
So we had that conversation on the way out here. There are a lot of auto shops.
In St. Joe, there really are. And
There's a lot of old cars. Pony Express.
Heard. A lot of old horses. So you were drinking something, and then something turned you on. Do you remember what that was?
Actually, it was. I drank a bunch of crap beer in college.
What were you drinking? Crap beer.
Bud Light, Milwaukee's,
Okay.
Beast, Natty Light, that kind of stuff, and then
So whatever you could afford.
whatever I could afford. Yeah, I mean, it was Mad Dog 2020, Shivets.
Hold on. You said Mad Dog.
Is that the first time we've had that?
You were drinking Mad Dog.
Of
Oh yeah.
course.
We all.
Where were you?
That was Pittsburgh, Kansas.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
They were drinking Mad Dog in
Mad
Pittsburgh?
Dog. Yeah.
You know what? Yes.
This is. I know we've talked about Mad Dog on the show. You're the first person that I've come across that
That's
actually.
ever drank it?
Yes. Or nobody's admitted it.
Oh,
No.
yeah.
We're about the same age, and
Yeah.
I call Cameron my hometown, and we used to drink the shit out of that.
Mad Dog. What flavor?
Purple? Yeah. Was it a flavor? Like it tried to be grape, maybe?
Yeah,
I don't know.
What's at the front of the cooler when you reach in to grab it? Because really, you don't want to spend too long thinking about it.
No, you just grab whatever's there.
You
and
had $4 from the couch cushions.
it was either that or it was going to be Purple Passion.
God.
Whatever the largest thing you can get for $4. I guess.
I mean, I preferred the orange for some reason. I don't know why, but
Honestly, I don't know if I've ever had orange.
I don't think I have either.
I'm sure that wasn't the name of it.
No, yeah.
The Mad Dog 2020. Wow.
Mad Dog, yep, some MD.
So
I drank a bunch of crap basically in college, and then that was in Pittsburgh, Kansas. Then I went to Lawrence, go to KU, and found this wonderful place called Free State.
Yeah.
Little brewery there in
Yeah,
town.
yeah.
It was actually before breweries really kicked off in Lawrence, so Free State was really your only option.
And they've been there for fucking 30-something years or something, right?
Oldest brewery in Kansas,
right? Yeah, I think
maybe,
so.
something like that.
Yep.
So really started getting into craft beer from there, and fast forward 10 years probably, and my wife and son bought me a brew your own beer kit.
Was it a Mr. Beer?
It was Brooklyn Brewery.
Oh, they had kits.
They had kits back
Really?
then, so it was
Me neither.
I had no
one
idea.
step up from. It came with the actual glass carboy and
Really?
actual
And it actually came from Brooklyn
Brewing Company. Yeah.
like Garrett Oliver's.
Yeah, we're gonna have to ask Garrett about that.
Yeah.
next time we
Yeah.
see him.
We're gonna
It was.
we're gonna find him.
It
at
all
Bear and
came.
Flow.
It all came in a box. It might have been branded by them, but it all
Yeah.
came in a box. Everything you needed.
Wow.
It was dry extract.
Yeah.
For it, so did my first beer with that, and My wife is celiac sensitive,
Yeah,
gluten sensitive. So, I brewed a beer that way. So why can't I try to figure out how to brew gluten sensitive beers or gluten-free beers? Made a bunch of train wreck gluten-free beers in the process.
What was the first thing you brewed?
It was a carrot pilsner.
What?
Carrot pilsner with. Oh, the first thing I brewed was it was like an English brown that was in the Brooklyn Brewing box there.
Okay. How'd that turn out?
It was good.
Really?
For a boxed kit.
You drank it?
I drank all of it. It's only a gallon. Doesn't take long to drink it.
Even if it's bad, it's
Even
only
if
a
it's
gallon.
bad. I mean, I had to drink my Christmas present from my son. So then it was a carrot pilsner was the next thing I did. Grated up a bunch of carrots, and it had like spent buckwheat in it or something. And
What
Where
was
did you
going
come up
on
with the idea for
you?
grated carrot in your beer?
there's a gluten-free. It was like
that was
7.
Okay,
That was decent. That was decent. Yeah.
Did you see him say like, I'm gonna have to give this one a good rating?
It was like low key, like he was ashamed of it. He was like,
Yeah, he really did. He leaned in.
You got to just let it out.
But
he turned his volume up too. I mean, it sounds better than it was.
I know what you're talking about. I don't have control of that.
Yeah.
it's the other guy that's controlling it.
So there was
Nick, not that other guy.
So it's a gluten-free brewing book, like recipes, how to brew gluten-free. There's about 7 recipes in this like 600-page book, that are not just made with like table sugar.
The rest were all columns by some nobody telling you why they loved it and why they're famous.
Right.
Oh wait, no, that's the recipe.
That's
sites.
everything else. So there's that, and then me and my wife took a trip out to Colorado and went to Riccoli, Brewery Riccoli, and all of their beers are gluten removed.
Huh.
And
Okay.
so they just use a chemical to remove them that's in a lot of different beers.
Yeah.
And so I started brewing every beer that I made, just normally all grain beers with that finishing agent to reduce the amount of gluten in it. So, and she was my test subject for every single one of them.
Wow.
And
I had no idea you could remove the gluten.
Well, Tony at Windchef does that.
It's an enzyme that breaks the gluten down.
You can't get rid of it all, but you can definitely reduce it.
You can get rid of it all.
You can get
you?
almost all of it.
Yeah.
You just can't say that it's gluten free.
Right. That's a whole nother.
Yeah, it's a whole nother topic.
That's a whole nother department.
Well, you got to pay for a different. You have to pay extra.
You have to pay to actually have that.
Right.
So then, so I just started brewing a lot that way, and so that she could drink them, and we didn't have to try to find a Mission or Glutenberg or anything like that.
So your turn on the craft beer was you brewing beer.
Me brewing beer so my wife could drink it.
That's a new one.
Yeah.
We get a lot of stories, and that's a. Sometimes you do it for the wife, right?
Yep.
Right, well.
And it just gave me a reason to buy bigger kettles and a kegerator.
She was go down the rabbit hole.
She was like,
right down the rabbit hole.
I like it. Keep brewing.
And now she's going to listen to this podcast, and she's going to figure out why I did it.
Do you think she's going to listen though?
She probably will.
Yes, we're gonna have 3 listeners. The show is growing.
So then we were in St. Joe, and I met Vinny and David Page. Joined the brew club, and kind of went from there.
Do you have him muted?
No, I muted myself.
Oh,
Oh.
you're freaking out right now, aren't you?
Oh,
You can't hear? Oh. Sorry, Vinny, you're not part of the show.
he's been voted off the island.
You don't get to talk about your beer history.
So kind of just to finish up with that is so part of the club, and like I said in the
What's the
beginning.
name of the club?
So Old Joe Brew Club.
Old Joe.
Old Joe
Brew Club.
Brew Club.
Huh. How many members you guys have?
Active, probably 20.
Okay.
In the club, it's about 50.
Yeah.
But I think some of those are just beer aficionados, enthusiasts.
Are you back with us? Okay, that's all you need.
Yeah,
One ear.
in one ear, out the other.
If you can't, just read my lips.
No new taxes.
Put it up,
I like to keep timely
on your
jokes.
good
Yes.
ear. Your good ear. There you go.
And then I think kind of the breaking news is I will be the head brewer at a new brewery that's going to be opening up shortly in Platte City called Barley and Vine.
No shit.
Yep.
Does Platte City have a brewery?
It will
does
soon.
now.
Wow.
It does now.
So why Platte City?
That's the only brewery that's available right now.
Oh, so are you buying an existing?
No, I'm just going to go be the brewer.
Oh,
it's,
okay. I
it's,
gotcha.
It's ground up, like it's getting built right now.
Nice.
So
Well, congrats, man. That's
the
awesome.
system got delivered last Tuesday.
Really?
Yeah.
How big of a system?
7-barrel alpha.
Oh, nice.
So same as Tall Trails.
Okay.
Yep.
Very nice. Dude, congratulations.
Thank
That's
you.
awesome.
Thank you.
That's awesome. So, obviously, you've been drinking your own good beer. Was there a beer that out in the wild that you were like, oh, I really like that after brewing your own? Because apparently you're spoiled. Because apparently you weren't a bad brewer.
Well, or at least he brewed
Everybody's
well
a
enough to
bad-
make
yeah.
his wife happy,
Yeah,
which
that's
is
right.
really the important thing.
Fair point.
It is something out there just that stuck out just as something fantastic.
Yeah.
There's been a lot.
Yeah. Do you remember something early in the game before something you were like? Because I can tell you, Boulevard Pale
Yeah.
was when it was called before there's before craft and there's after craft. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? I was drinking shit back in the day that now would be considered craft beer.
Right.
Even though it was coming from macros or whatever, but
So it would probably have to be Buffalo Sweat
oh hell yeah.
and
Good
8-bit.
beer. Yeah. Oh man.
So those were probably the two
Yeah.
the two that really turned me on to craft beer.
Yeah.
After Free State and drinking one too many barley wines, I think it was.
Well, and here's the important question: will there be gluten removed at the new brewery?
I think so. That was a topic of conversation, and the owner was very interested in it.
Listen, if you ever want my wife to visit,
Yeah.
And I've got several other friends who that would be perfect.
I feel like that is a growing thing that we know about.
Yeah.
Like we just didn't know about it before the last 10, 15 years.
And there are a lot of breweries that do it. They just don't talk about
Yeah,
it because
yeah.
you really can't. Like
Yeah,
it's
fucking government.
it's a nice liability thing,
Yeah.
and you have a bunch of guinea pigs on
Yeah.
you for you. So.
So Vinny, over to you now.
First off, I got to say, I love that you ask people about the beer that got them into beer. It's one of my favorite things. That's one of the
Yeah.
things when I connect with somebody in the beer community, I always ask them, like, so what was the aha moment? What was the beer that did it for you? And I love hearing those stories.
Nobody ever says my answer, which is the one that was free.
I mean,
Look at you, the one that they gave me for free.
I mean that's a thing as well. But here we are. So what were you drinking? Obviously in college, what were you drinking? High school?
High school, yeah,
Yeah.
for sure. It was always Milwaukee's Best Ice because
The
it was
beast.
like $9 for a 30-pack, and we would get one of our friends' older brothers to go buy it for us.
Allegedly.
No, it happened. It happened.
Look, what's
The statute of limitations is up.
statute
I'm
of
fine talking
limitations.
about the statute of limitations is up on that one.
Yeah, they can't come get us now. Fuck that.
That taco delivery.
But so I call Cameron, Missouri, my hometown.
Yeah.
It was a small little town.
I've been to Cameron.
Yeah, like no liquor stores or anything, and I would always just try different stuff they had, and it was always like Killian's Irish Red and whatnot.
Which wasn't bad.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean,
And,
if it was called craft back then, that would be something we
yeah,
could call
somewhat.
craft.
Yeah. And I don't know, it was called Michael Shea's Black and Tan. And I bought it because the bottle looked similar to Killian's, and I was like, oh, that has more flavor than
Yeah.
the Milwaukee's Best Ice that I normally drink.
Yeah.
And it was I had no idea what a black and tan was, but I tried it, and I'd never had anything with so much flavor in my
Yeah.
life. And on the bottle, it just said porter and lager blend.
Huh.
So I was just on a hunt for anything that was dark at that point,
Yeah.
or lager. And so we used to drive here to St. Joe to Hy-Vee from Cameron to check out the different beer selection because there was nothing in Cameron.
Yeah.
And I would just anything that said lager, and so that's when I got turned on to like German lagers. That's how I started discovering like, Weihenstephaner and whatnot.
Yeah.
And anything dark at all. And then we were standing there, and just some random guy was like, "Hey, you should try this."
Some random guy.
So
He was actually talking about drugs, but
and he handed me Anchor Steam, and that beer blew my friggin' mind.
Yeah.
And I was just hooked.
You guys have a really nice pedigree. I mean, you had the shit, but the shit you jumped into, you were like, oh, we're drinking some good shit.
Do you remember what that was? That kind of flavor note that just.
So I don't know. I've always kind of liked coffee and whatnot, and bitter flavors, and dark chocolate was always my favorite. And then when I had that porter, like at that point, all I'd ever had was like an Irish Red, and then whatever I could afford as a 21-year-old.
Which is not much.
Yeah, I had my son was born right around the time I turned 21, so my funds were very limited.
You know,
wow.
No beer money.
Wow.
Yeah.
Diaper money.
Diapers or beer?
Yeah.
So you talked about a couple of the things that really got you hip to it. What flipped you? I'm like, I want to brew beer.
Well, flash forward 10 years, I was living in Salt Lake City, and I have an adopted brother who used to work for Widmer Brothers.
Oh yeah.
And he just worked on the dock, delivering kegs to people that were coming up buying kegs. But he started teaching me about the different styles and whatnot. And he just pitched it to me like, "Hey, do you want to buy a homebrew kit and like learn how to brew?" I was like, "Sure." And there was a little homebrew supply store called the Beer Nut, and we went in and bought our first kit. And the first beer we ever brewed was a smoked porter.
Man, you guys just fucking jumped in.
Jumped right in.
I mean, this is not the Mr. Beer story.
Where it sucked and I
Totally.
drain poured it. How was it?
I did almond extract.
So there was this Czechoslovakian dude who had a brewery about 3 blocks from our house, and called the Bohemian, and we used to go in there all the time, and we brought it to him, and he tasted it, and you could, it was passable. We thought. And
looks like beers. Liquid. There's liquid.
in hindsight, like thinking back on his reaction, I could tell he was trying to not discourage us.
Yeah.
But he gave us some pretty, he gave us some praise and gave us some like tips and whatnot, and then just been going ever since.
Were you hooked at that point? You
I
got a
was.
little praise, and you're like, I'm in.
Yep.
Yeah.
Had a lot of stinkers too, but
Yeah. I mean, you got to have some stinkers, right?
yeah.
You know what time it is?
Well, otherwise the golf shot doesn't feel good, right? If you don't have some shit brews in between.
This is fantastic.
Speaking of golf shots.
Oh boy. Are you ready?
Yeah,
Should we do the
it.
thing?
Do it. That is
played
not
the wrong
That
button.
is not it. That is not it.
Oh!
Wow.
You know what? I forgot to change it.
Oh my God! This is his first podcast.
Well, we gotta do a reboot.
Number 86.
You got a new guy, right?
We
Yeah.
gotta do a little reboot. So
It's his first podcast
I've got
today.
to change my card.
Do it again.
Oh, Bree. How
Yeah,
much do we
shout-
love thee?
Is that Bree?
Yeah.
Bree
Shout,
Burrows?
shout out to Bree.
She's so great.
So we were recording there,
And she kept
and she
singing
kept
it.
singing it, and I'm like, I'm gonna make that a loop.
So here's the mystery beer bag, right? You know,
Okay.
we can tell it's from a golf course. We don't know which one. There's a hole in the bottom of it. Somehow it got burnt. We don't know what's going on.
I don't think it caught fire during the show.
Yeah, there might be an opener from that was procured from Pathlight.
Pathlight, maybe.
Sorry.
Maybe not.
So what we're
Sorry,
gonna do?
Tanner.
I've got several beers in
It's
here.
Shelby's fault.
Yeah, she took it. Yeah. So Billy, you get to be the first one to pull a beer out of here. This is we can pick any one. The idea is we play a little game. Guess the ABV. So try not to look at the ABV. Pull out
Okay.
the beer.
Okay.
Oh, I'm
Tell
terrible
us,
at this.
Tell us. So are we.
DJ's really good. at
DJ's
this.
really good at that. Yeah.
Yes.
It's our game. We suck.
Yeah, the head brewer for Black Pony up in Maryville, like he is always within like 0.2 or 0.3%.
He's that guy.
Yeah, we didn't invite him.
That's a good
Thank
thing.
you.
We play Price is Right rules.
Yeah.
It's not going over.
Yeah. So feel free. Yeah, you can. You can
got
put
you.
the microphone down and do it. Yeah, just try. Yeah,
You're
grab,
muted. You're good.
Yeah, grab whatever one. So once it comes out, he's got a can.
Oh.
You can tell us who it is.
It's forehand scale of
Oh.
complexity.
Yeah.
Jeremy Danner,
Shout
right
out.
there, 4 hands.
Shout out to Jeremy.
Yeah.
So now you get to pour them, and then we'll briefly talk about it. Yeah, give a little. There we go.
Should we do the bush?
Yeah. That was good.
That's all right. We'll take it.
No. So that's the beauty of the mystery beers. Nick never knows what I'm bringing, so whatever comes out of my Frigidaire.
Except for I think the one time that I provided the mysteries.
Well, that was a unique twist. So
Was
here
it
we go.
all just like Michelob and Natty Light or something?
My brother had come in from.
Don't give me any ideas.
You're right.
We've had
Just take a
High
label
Life
off
in
of
the bag
it.
before.
Did I have a High Life in the bag
We've
one
had High
time?
Life in the bag once. Which, like, who's going to complain about a High
Oh my
Life?
gosh.
Really?
This
I've
is the
had this.
Sultana scale of
Yeah.
complexity. It's great.
Yeah, it's the nose is stupid.
Yeah, the nose is incredible. Got some grassiness going on.
So we
It's
can
still
name
kinda
drop
like-
real quick, and Four Hands Brewing Company will be at Ales West.
Yes, they
Oh,
will.
no shit. Okay,
Yeah, they will beat Ales West.
Oh, there we go.
that's a tasty beverage
Now,
right there.
I never get
it's
to.
fantastic.
Yeah.
This is good.
I always miss Ales West.
Not this
But
year.
you don't have to.
Not this year, Nick.
You got time to ask the wife if you can go.
No, I am at another festival that same weekend every year.
What festival?
It's Downtown Days.
Oh, is that the same weekend?
Independence
Oh,
with
yeah.
Three Trails.
In Lee Summit.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Brian, Three Trails,
yeah.
he'll send up kegs
Yeah.
up every year because he's a great dude. But
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I'm in Downtown Lee Summit that first
I'm
weekend
gonna
of
do.
June every year.
I'm gonna do both.
Slinging beer, by the way.
Yeah.
Yeah,
slim-
you know,
we'll
you
call
come up
that
at
beer.
be
It's
here
not
at
good
10
beer.
o'clock, so you can start drinking at 11, and then
Yeah.
you just go right back down and
Yeah.
hit Downtown Days.
this is great.
I
This is
walked
really good
to
beer.
the beer
Yeah.
at that festival.
So I mean, 6.7. I always go 6.7 or 6.9.
Say
Nice.
it's like 6'5".
What you got?
Did you go 7 or 9?
6.7.
All right, well then I'm gonna go 6'9".
Okay, nice.
Okay. Well, my original guess was going to be 6'6", so I'll just stick with that. But
Okay.
6 dicks or 6'6".
Whoa!
oh, that was a little inside joke there. My home brewery is called Six Dicks. Six Dicks will be pouring at Ales West.
Actual
Retail price
actual
retail
real
ABV?
What were you?
6'9".
What were you?
6'6".
6'5".
6.5.
6'5".
Oh, on the, so
You know, I
as
was
the winner,
0.1
you get
off.
to
As
finish
the
the
winner,
beer.
you,
Yeah, look at
you
that.
get the rest of the beer. So there's that. That's
But
the
you know,
way
when
it
there's
works.
only 4 of us,
And it's
that's actually a
delicious.
good win. When there's 9 of us, you don't get any beer.
Well, what was his name?
Mad Dog.
Mad
at,
Dog over.
No,
at,
Oh, at
yeah,
the
Mad
Swede.
Dog, yeah.
Yeah.
He brought this beer back from Mexico, from this brewery in Mexico, and managed. It was a 12-ounce bottle, and was it 8 or 9
8 or 9 of us, and he poured equal pours.
in tasters? It was
Really?
And I said, "You're not going to make it," and they were all equal. I'm like, "Wow, that was fucking impressive."
Yeah. So our head brewer up here at River Bluff did a little.
Was that a burp?
That was a burp.
It sounded more like an oof.
That is exactly the word I was going to use. Oops.
I mean, that was a good try. That
I was going
to
4.5.
It's a warm up.
Okay, heard.
So what you're saying is your next try will be better.
That's right.
Yeah.
I mean, always try to aim high. Air
You have to
Force.
start low. That way you keep getting better and better.
I mean,
Right, yeah.
one would
You don't
think.
want to set the bar high your first time
You don't
out.
start with your utopia. You start
mean-
with
Yeah.
It's like your first step back. You don't want to hit a grand slam your first
That's
at bat, right?
Why not?
well, then you have to always perform to that level.
Yeah.
Oh, shit, I would hit a grand slam anytime. So, a question for you guys: how'd you guys get involved with River Bluff? What's the story behind that? Because
Well, it's our local. It's our local brewery. It was the first brewery
The first,
around.
yeah, since what gets.
What were you doing before River Bluff?
Home brew. We would travel to KC to hit breweries every weekend. We would travel to.
Did you have a job?
Lincoln.
No.
He's like, "Ooh, there's a brewery. I'm going to go work there."
He was selling pianos.
You're talking about working.
Yeah.
Okay, so Billy doesn't.
I don't work for River Bluff.
It seems like you do, though.
Well, he might as well.
It sounds like me. A lot of places I go, "Do you work here?" No, I
Right.
don't.
No, and that never stops you from going behind the bar.
No. Well, so
That's not true.
But it's Nigel. I think they let that happen.
Nigel gets away with it.
Right?
And I don't care where we are in the country. Nigel gets away with everything.
That's bullshit. You just think that perception is reality.
Yes.
Nick, I think he sends them the list of where he's going. And like,
and
hey,
they
you don't
know.
let me behind the bar? Bad mouthing on the podcast.
Like, some people have to do that. Do you know who I am?
Yeah.
Nigel doesn't have to. He just looks at him like, oh, you're Nigel.
Yeah.
Wow. Stop it, Nick. You're violating rule number 2 right now. Don't be a dick.
No, look, this is not a complaint or shade.
I think it's a Nigel fanboy issue.
It sounds like jealousy.
Yeah, that's right.
This is 100% jealousy.
Nick, it's called beer karma. You know?
Yes,
Nick,
it is.
you
It's
put-
Nick,
real.
when you go behind the bar, are they like, we're calling the police?
Yes.
Probably.
Or quit fucking up our beer.
Yeah.
If you put beer out in the world, it comes back to you, man. It's beer,
right.
It's,
Good.
beer,
Yeah.
it's beer karma.
It's real. See rules 1 and 2.
Rules. Anyway, back to the question.
Okay, yeah, I ended up here. Well, like earlier, I was telling you I was home brewing in
Yeah.
Salt Lake City. I ended up back here in Missouri. This is where I have family here.
Yeah.
And just started I'd started a homebrew club called the Foamy
name,
Express.
Foamy Express.
Why
clever.
did that not live?
That's clever.
And that didn't. At the time, there weren't really any homebrewers around.
Can you name
So-
a beer that now? Foamy Express?
Probably not.
Why
'cause
not?
We actually got a cease and desist for our name, but when they realized it was just a homebrew club,
Who? The Pony Express?
sent this?
The Pony Express.
I guess like
The city.
I guess like 15 years ago, there was a homebrew supply store here called the Foamy Express.
Oh, there it is.
Are they still around?
No.
No, well, I think they still do some online sales.
No, they don't.
Oh, okay. Well, either way.
I feel like this should
No,
be
no, no.
a beer suit.
One of the guys that was associated came to one of our meetings, hung out. He was a super cool dude. But anyway,
Foamy
so
Express.
it became more of a beer enthusiast club, and through that, I'd met some people. Anyway, River Bluff actually approached me.
Ooh, you fancy.
He
Reputation
may have
preceded.
made a Pilsner that the guy.
It was
from Casey Beer Co.
I like it when they're correcting each other. This
The
is gonna be
Italian
fun.
Pilsner.
No, you can correct him with
He-
the microphone
Oh
on.
yeah, you don't have to hide that.
No.
That's
We're
good.
going back a couple of years where
That's good content.
the owner of Casey Beer Co.
Yeah, he complimented an Italian Pilsner that I made. But
That's
at
at
nice.
his home.
No shit.
Yeah, homebrew.
Okay. Okay. Yeah.
And then like 2 years ago at Ales West, Six Dicks, which is my home brewery.
Ha ha ha.
Haha.
yeah. It's a lot of
we-
dicks.
People in Kansas City
It's a
love
lot-
it.
it's a
We
lot
won
of
we won
dicks.
Best in Show for a Mango Habanero Sour.
Okay.
And
Yes.
Right up your
Hey,
alley.
Vinny, what kind of peppers were in that?
You need to tell everybody. Serrano,
Green peppers.
Yeah.
Bell.
and I don't know. Anyway,
He's jumping over the question, guys.
Yeah.
Is that a rule?
the previous assistant brewer here had gotten into an accident and wasn't able to work anymore, and they were on the market. And they actually asked me before they posted it. I was kind of burned out at where I was working, and
What was your day job?
I used to build boom trucks for power companies.
Well, that's a fucking switch.
Yeah.
You know what? That does not sound 3% as fun as making beer.
It was I don't know. It was fine, but I was tired of coming home with covered in hydraulic oil
Yeah.
and weld burns and whatnot. And,
Okay.
Yeah.
None of this sounds unreasonable.
But,
to quote the guest from last week, say less. Yeah. That's
So anyway, I went home and talked it over with my girlfriend and accepted the position. I've been here about a year and a half.
That's awesome, dude. That's
Fantastic.
Hey, you know, if nothing else, and I had a friend reach out to me, I'm not going to name him, but I told him, I was like, bro, if you're not passionate about what you're doing, fucking do something else.
Yeah.
Don't fucking waste your time.
Especially right now, the economy.
Yes.
There are jobs to be had. Like you can make it happen.
We
right
spent
now.
way too many years telling our kids and everybody, you have to work. Just go to work.
Fuck that.
No.
I've told my kids, be happy.
Yeah.
My daughter changed. My daughter's 21. She changed majors. I was like, yeah, cool.
This was leaving my previous employer and coming here was the best decision I've made in a very long time.
Bro, I left. My background is video production, and I was working for city government, Lee Summit, which I did video production, but obviously you can tell that was probably different than working in Hollywood,
Which
right?
is already career number 2 or 3 for you.
So it's probably career number 5. But I was like, I've been working in beer forever, and I was like, why am I not working at a brewery? I was already working at a brewery full part time, like 4 of them. So why not just make the leap and be done fucking with?
And you've never looked back, have you?
No, it's a funny story. So I left a little over a year ago. I lived downtown Lee Summit, and I worked at City Hall in downtown Lee Summit. I haven't been back in that building since.
You're not missing anything.
No. No. There was no reason for me to go back in there.
Nothing changes at City Hall.
No.
It's
Yeah.
same thing.
They just get weirder fucking city council members. That's what's fucking going on. Anyway.
My girlfriend would be very jealous about not seeing this cuteness going on over here with these 2 dogs.
The dog cuteness.
I
look
thought
at
you were
that
talking
puppy.
about the taco cuteness.
Oh, look at
I was
those-
like,
That's just straight up sexy.
I looked over, saw the taco plate, and I'm like, why is there heart music playing?
look at those cute tacos. Oh my God.
I think they're about to kiss.
So you obviously Yeah, you don't work here, but you're a known entity here. How that was it? The homebrew club?
We do have our meetings here.
Yeah, we do our meetings here. I don't know.
I know he's worked with Billy's worked with the owner here on a bunch of different projects, and Billy helped start another brewery here in town.
Yeah, so the operations manager is Chris Lanham.
Is that his title?
The operations manager.
Is that an actual title?
That is his title.
That is fantastic.
You know, we're gonna put that up there with Aaron at the Macadoodles.
Beer and bourbon manager.
Beer and bourbon manager. Operations
Which,
manager.
by the way, I am really jealous of that title.
Beer and bourbon.
Oh yeah.
I don't know. Operations is
That's pretty.
maybe
That's
better.
pretty
Is
epic.
up there.
That's pretty epic. That's pretty epic.
He's pretty good at opening breweries.
Yeah, he's opened 4 breweries now.
No shit.
Yes. So 2 River Bluff,
2 River
Basic
Bluffs,
City.
and then Basic City in Virginia. They have
Really?
2 locations.
Yep.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, he started Basic City in Virginia, ended up moving up here, starting a family, and started River Bluff.
Wow.
Beer
That's-
just flows through his veins.
Yes.
That's super cool.
Wow. He just kind of travels around and
Yeah, just opens breweries.
Yeah, it's a little hobby.
That's
Yeah,
fine.
it's a side job for him. So side hustle.
So before we hop to no pun intended, to Ales West, let's talk about this building and this brewery. It's pretty fucking dope. This is our first time here, just
Right.
walking through.
So I actually used to live just a block away, and before this became a brewery, it was a burned out shell of a building. It only had 3 walls.
And a tree growing out of the roof.
And a tree growing out of the roof.
You got rid of the tree.
Well, I would have been tempted to leave the tree. I'm
They
not gonna be
should have.
honest.
And then when and Chris and Eddie, our owners, were trying to find a location, Chris was working as a mailman and was walking. Yeah.
This was on his route.
Yeah, it was. He was walking by and he was eyeballing it, and the owner of the building happened to
What
be
the
here, and he was chatting with the guy, and he was trying to find something. Then the guy who owns this building does construction, has a construction company, and they got to talking. He was looking to invest in less than. It was what?
It was pretty quick, yeah. It was pretty quick.
Yeah.
Year and a half later, this place was open.
Yeah.
Because you guys have been here how long?
4 years in October, so we're 4.5 years or so.
Wow.
Yep.
Well, the building's fucking amazing.
It used to be a car dealership.
And it was
Repair.
its original purpose was a brewery.
Yeah, brewery.
Really?
Yeah,
Really?
pre-prohibition, 1800s, early 1900s. If you go down in the basement, there is a hole in a wall that leads down underneath Frederick, the road in front of us. That used to be their loggering cellar.
No
Because they didn't have
shit.
electricity. They would drag ice down under and stuff.
6.5.
Yeah, that was weak.
That wasn't even. That was not a 6.5.
That was weak.
Well, if a 7 came before,
Those were equal. Those were about 4.5.
Those were 4.3 twins.
Yeah.
So yeah, it used to be a Model A Ford factory or
Yeah.
something. It used to
What-
make parts for Model
What
A Fords
awesome
here.
history for this building.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it haunted?
probably.
So I'm the only person that works here that doesn't believe in ghosts, and I'm going to be the only person that says no. Everybody else is going to say yes.
it's haunted.
Fuck yeah.
Half the places
You know
in St.
what?
Joe are haunted.
I don't believe, but I love ghost stories.
Yeah.
Like I wish I could, but I just don't.
Man,
So-
it's an old building. Every little noise, everybody thinks it's a ghost.
Is the Hatfield sign related to the building?
No, so actually, if you go around the brewery, there's all kinds of old signs and stuff because one of our investors is really into
that guy right over there.
Yeah, right over there, Troy.
Trey,
Trey,
Trey.
wave at us.
Oh, that's the picker.
Yeah,
yes,
there
the
we go.
picker.
Oh, you're a picker. Oh, hell yeah. I like it.
So this brewery is just full of.
Well, then you're missing out.
You can pick your nose, but you can't pick your friends. You know what I'm saying?
You can pick your nose, but you can't wipe your friends off on the back of the couch.
Depends if you do it right.
Oh, wow. Dirty.
Oh, was that wrong phrasing?
But anyway, no, that's just an old defunct building business that's not around anymore. Like most of our fixtures in the brewery and
All
the
St.
front
Joe
door
shit?
are all just old businesses from like the 50s and 60s that aren't around anymore.
In St. Joe, though.
Yeah,
The majority
St.
of
Joe.
them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The local history.
That's cool. Before we start talking about Ales West, one more question. How big's the system?
It's a 10-barrel. Yeah,
Ooh,
it's 10 barrel.
nice.
Deutsche.
Have you named any of the beers after the Model Ts or the
No,
the original
we
brewery?
stick. We're right off the river here, River Bluff. We try to stick to those for the most part.
I mean,
unless we're making fun of somebody.
we could go with Club Country and try not to get sued.
Yeah. So Club Country was an
Yeah,
homage
I
to
guess.
country club.
Yeah. Are any of the fermenters, do they have names?
No, they do not.
Okay.
We're not as cool as the Three Trails guys and naming them all after
I
metal
wouldn't
guitarists.
think about them. I was thinking there was a brewery down in Dallas, and all their fermenters are named after soccer players. It's kind of cool.
Yeah, well, I'm a metalhead, so I like how Three Trails named all their fermenters after like metal guitarists.
Are they really?
Yeah.
I did not know that.
I had no idea.
Yep.
I love that brewery, by the way. They're super underrated in Kansas
They
City.
are. I don't know
They are,
why.
yeah.
I don't
It's such a
understand.
cool tap room,
you
too.
know-
And it's got,
why?
it is the most beautiful tap room in the KC area.
You know why? Because people don't think independence.
Right.
Right.
That's what it is.
Well, and you know, no matter what direction you're coming from, the drive to the brewery is not nice until you get to the square.
Right.
Yeah, that is true.
And even working at Windshift, which is in
Yeah,
Blue
yeah.
Springs, is 10 minutes from there, but it's not a straight shot.
Right.
It's a long 10 minutes.
Right.
Yeah.
It is. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what time it
You know
is?
what? I think it's time for.
We love you, Bree.
We do, really.
Vinny, it's your turn, bud.
Okay.
You get I'm going to give you the.
Just hit her.
Just grab
hit
the
her.
whole bag.
Okay. Fine.
We'll make it simple.
Okay. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
I can't hear
Yes.
myself. So.
You can't hear yourself now?
Oh, Joker win.
Well, they got excited about that shit, didn't
Oh yeah. I haven't had this since the original came out.
they? I've never had it, so.
Really?
Boulevard's Joker's Wit.
So the
Double wit beer.
little known.
Is that the Joe Rando inspired beer?
Hey, do me a favor. When you open, just get the opener out of there. You got to see this opener that came from.
Okay.
yeah.
that they may or may not have acquired.
Yeah, no,
So
procured.
little
No,
known
we did. No, we
Boulevard fact is the barrel. What's its title?
Look at that thing.
Yeah, that's really cool.
That's pretty awesome.
It's got
Oh
shit.
yeah, Pathlight. Yeah. That doesn't surprise me.
Sorry, Tanner. We stole your fucking.
No, we did not. One person.
It was not. It just ended up in the bag.
Yeah, accidentally.
Yeah, the best part of this is figuring out which part
Yeah,
to
which
use.
part?
Second try.
That's great.
So you were telling us about the.
Yeah. So the guy that runs the barrel program at Boulevard is from
St. Joe. He lives
St.
about
Joe.
2 blocks from me.
No shit.
Yep.
yeah,
Yep.
Quinn
Okay.
Reeder.
Why do you have a full like?
Well, I wanted to finish it before we started another one.
Did you not drink it when we were drinking it? I mean, everybody else.
I wasn't paying attention.
I just happened to pour it. I didn't think it was left.
Oh, that's right. He has a full.
yeah, he has
I got you. Okay.
Okay. You are forgiven.
Goddamn winners, man. I hate you.
That's not following the rules.
What, hate?
Yeah.
So yeah, listen, I've never had this, so
I've never had the double.
Yeah, I have not had the double whip.
I love
the
the
nose,
nose.
the nose
Gotcha.
is incredible.
Yeah, the nose is great. That's tasty.
It is.
It is.
That's
I feel like that might be a little sneaky.
Yes.
that's what she said.
Because it doesn't. It says double wit beer, so I'm
Yeah.
assuming it's going to be a little higher in alcohol, and
So,
it doesn't taste like it.
a wit beer might be in the 4s or 5s, right?
Yeah.
Right. I'm going to guess this is in the 6 to 7.
Okay.
I'm gonna say
I'm going to say 6.9.
Nice.
six sticks.
I just stole it.
yeah.
7-3.
Oh, look at you.
I'm gonna go bold.
Big baller, shot caller. I'm going to go 7-4. It's the Price is Right rules.
All right, then I'm gonna go. I guess 7.2.
What, actual.
Actual retail ABV.
Somebody who can see better than I can.
7.4.
Whoa.
Hey.
That doesn't drink like that.
No, it doesn't. This is what they call the dangerous beer.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's 2 in a row for him.
Yeah. Who was you were what, 7 what?
3.
Maybe we should have
Oh,
invited
who's
DJ
at
so you
7.4?
could dethrone him.
Right.
What did I say? I don't know what the
Was
fuck
that
I
you?
said.
7-4. You said 7-4.
No,
Okay, so-
Nigel wins.
My beer.
Oh, you got it right.
A good
right on the
choice
dot.
right there.
Yeah.
So Ales West Beer Fest. Let's talk about that.
Okay.
Tell us about it. What the fuck is it?
So Brian Myers came to us. He used to own a bar downtown.
What part of J school, of journalism school, did they teach you that question? What the fuck is it?
But that wasn't a yes or no question. So he's going to expound upon that.
Yeah.
So this ain't J school. I never went to J school. I went to Oklahoma Christian. That was not a.
Oh, you did? Well, that's a different J school.
I see what you did there. Anyway,
well, first off, I should start off by saying originally that we used to have a music festival here that was a big deal called Trails West, because St. Joe used to be the place where everybody came to cross the river and head west. The Oregon
Oregon Trail.
The Oregon Trail, the Pony Express. There are like 6 major trails west that all came through St. Joe. So they had a music festival called Trails West. Taylor Swift had been here and played at that.
Really?
Yeah. It was a
Kind of a big deal.
It was a big deal. But
just Taylor Swift is fine.
Was that before she was?
Yes.
So
Yeah, before it was $1,000 for a ticket.
Right.
Yeah. But so the name is a play off that Ales West.
Ah, got you.
And
May or may not have pissed off some people.
Yeah.
Really? Why would they?
Because the festival isn't going on anymore, so we kind of piggybacked off of it.
A way to be pissed.
Right.
Yeah.
Drink beer, you won't be pissed.
But anyway, yeah. So Brian wanted to get this beer festival. He owned a couple of businesses downtown. One of them was a bar, and so he organized the whole thing.
Well
Man,
done.
That was the winner so
I'm going to
far.
put that as an 8-0.
Fuck. No, 8.5. Quit cheating him. That was strong. He was waiting on that one.
I never burp like that. I'm jealous.
You don't.
I burp, but not like that.
That's what you call guttural.
Yeah.
It's from down low.
Oh, yeah.
That was like a metal scream, basically.
Exactly.
So when was it that this started again?
This will be our
This will be the fifth year.
Fifth year.
Yeah.
So pre-COVID is when it started.
I remember. Yeah.
Before the dark times.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, anyway, he ran it for a couple of years, and then he moved. He sold his businesses. Him and his wife moved to Savannah, Georgia, and he just kind of handed over to our club.
Yep. So I took over last year.
Mm-hmm. Last year was the first year that was Old Joe Brew Club.
Yep. And then this year is all Old Joe Brew Club. So
So
and it's it
That's
started
quite an
out
undertaking.
that was my next question. What?
It started out as a home brew festival.
Okay,
is basically what it was. It was for the club to be able to pour beers
And to
the community.
showcase, because we've got some fantastic brewers.
Which 4 of them are now professional brewers. 5 of them are now professional brewers.
And let's
Well,
name.
we
let's
can
name them.
say 5 of us.
5 of us. Yeah.
Can we name them?
Yeah, we can.
So Vinny,
Yep, the Vinny Wiley. I'm here at River Bluff.
Heard.
myself.
Yeah.
Okay, 2. There we go.
2.
Okay. Who else?
DJ Gregory. Up.
Yep, at Black Pony up
Black
in
Pony.
Maryville.
Okay.
Okay, cool. Yeah, good beer.
We've got Eric Harkleroad, who is getting ready to open up the first barrel here
right
in St. Joe.
downtown,
Oh no shit.
Yeah, he brewed his first batch of beer last week. Hopefully that means he's going to be open soon. And
Beer down.
I can't
It's
just
only
got blown
Isaac's
off
truck. It's okay.
Yeah, a beer got blown off the balcony.
Well, it was an empty can.
I'll pick it up
Empty
tomorrow.
can.
Empty can. It's fine.
So who's number 5? Who do we want to put as number 5?
Brewery.
Well, I mean, Mike was technically a member
yeah.
of the club. So Mike Olinger at Angry Swede.
Yep.
Oh yeah, Mike. Yep. He's no longer angry.
Nope. Zach Kerner is actually a member of our club too, kind of.
Yeah.
He's the brewer at.
Apparently, you can't say
Scratch
it.
that.
Scratch that. Never edit. Beep.
Yeah, I will try to remember this.
No, you're not. Just we didn't say anything, so it's fine. So is it home? It's homebrew and pros, right?
Yeah. So
what it kind of turned into was this homebrew festival, and we have a great distribution partner here, Will Fisher, who brings a lot of the commercial labels to us.
Yeah.
Plus, you have River Bluff, and you have Angry Swede, and you have Black Pony, and you have 3 Trails.
Yeah,
Vine Street that always comes up.
Service. They're like the first few years we did it, they were sending up beers. So we had a lot of support from the Kansas City breweries.
We love Courtney.
Yeah.
Everybody loves Courtney.
I mean, look at this shirt.
I know.
Right.
I wish you guys could see this. So,
One of a kind right here.
This guy's wearing a "Hello, my name is Cerveus Brewing fanboy,"
Yeah.
and I was like, "Holy shit, I've never seen that shirt before." And he's like, "That's because I made it." And you turn it around, it says "Beers" on the backside.
Yeah.
It says "Beers with
He,
Nigel."
he made it especially for when we did the podcast there. It was just that's a one-off.
That one-off just
Limited
for Courtney.
edition.
Just for reason.
Courtney and Jenny are just they're the greatest.
You know, you want to know why? I hated sours.
First podcast episode, he hated sours. Second podcast, he had service sours. No, he's a sour guy.
Oh, yeah.
Actually, I think it was even because I just went back and re-listened. I think it was even episode 1. You gave me a rise up.
Oh, was it?
Yeah. I'm like, oh, I'm in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, it's all about the sour. You know, it depends on how it's made and how sour
Well,
it is.
And I don't even remember, and because I wasn't a beer guy really before the show.
Bourbon whiskeys, yeah.
Bourbons, rums, I liked.
Beer and
I-
bourbon manager.
I drank beer, but I didn't pay attention. I had a sour once and didn't like it, and decided, I must not like sours.
Can I just do a little shout out real quick?
Yeah.
I want my girlfriend to listen to this and get jealous.
Which one's your girlfriend?
Megan, she's not here.
Oh.
That's why I want her to get jealous.
So many dogs here right now.
Yeah.
Right. Well, there are a lot of cute puppies playing right now, Megan. There's a pit bull puppy and a Weimaraner puppy. It looks like.
Collie.
Yeah. And well, she knows Jer.
Well
3.
done, sir. I enjoyed
3.
that. I'd put that in the 6'6" range.
3.
What the fuck?
I think that was his
you
phone.
Are that was it was a foam.
Like, I mean, you left a little too much head on the top, but it's fine.
Oh my gosh. So what can we expect this year at Ales West? How many breweries?
So right now we have 61 breweries.
Wow.
Are you currently looking at the spreadsheet right now?
I'm actually looking at the brewers list.
Okay.
But I know it ahead of time.
Just stop. You're
Yeah.
trying way too hard right now.
He's trying to.
You damn near put the microphone in your mouth.
It was kind of hot. I'm not gonna lie.
We're filming
Wow.
this, Nigel.
That was 2.5 inches inside of his throat.
Bloody hell.
you gotta work your way up.
Yep.
Heard.
So 61 breweries is who we have.
And that's home brewers and commercial.
Yeah. So a little over 30 home brewers.
Yeah.
ZZ Hops, Missouri Mashers, KC Beermeisters.
Shout out to ZZ Hop. That's my
ZZ,
home
yeah.
club.
Topeka, the Greater Topeka Hall of Famers. We got some from Wichita Homebrewer Club
Okay.
that's coming up too. And
Yeah, we actually have some Wichita breweries coming up too.
Really?
Yeah.
Which ones?
River City,
Okay.
and then possibly Wichita Brewing coming.
Okay.
Nice.
What, who else is from other Kansas City, other states, maybe?
Yes.
Yes.
But a lot of those are going to be through our distributor.
Got you.
But a lot of them are also going to send like reps down too. So.
Okay, got you. Well, Nick.
Well, that's cool just to see how it's changed
Yeah,
over
from
the years, from just being your little showcase.
5 home brewers
Yeah.
to 60.
Yeah, well, like we're expecting at least 1,000 people this year.
Well, you know the beauty of it, the home brewers, man, they're competitive.
Yes.
Well,
Like, you know-
but it's not like cutthroat. Like
No,
we all
it's
everybody
not
supports
really
each other.
cutthroat, but they like to brew their beers. Like obviously Parkville's coming up, and
Oh, yeah.
the clubs come out. And, when the clubs are, we've got 14 beers. What the fuck?
Yeah,
So-
that's always my first stop at like Parkville
Yes.
and Lost Township. Like,
Yeah.
Like the first place I went to, I always goes the homebrew
I mean,
tents.
I'm going to throw it out there. Crane,
Oh, yeah.
please bring back Lost Township.
Oh, my God.
One of my favorite.
It's the best. It's
fest of
the
all
most
time.
fun I've ever had at a beer festival. I had at Lost Township.
That's where I discovered Courtney's service.
Yeah, me too.
And
That pumpkin, the pumpkin pie beer that she made. Yeah.
And everywhere she went, I would follow her.
Yep.
I was like,
Stalker. So I'm not the only one.
I don't have a shirt, bitch.
I'm just more creative than you.
Yeah.
You-
Some of my
no,
I
closest
take my
friends.
creeper to another level.
Whatever. You've got a cricket. I don't. If you don't know what that is, you can make shirts with a cricket. Anyway, here we are. So no, it's June
June 3rd.
June 3rd. From what time?
11 o'clock's VIP, and then 12 o'clock is general admission. VIP tickets are all sold out. They sold out in 5 days.
Yeah, noon to 4.
Wow.
Yep.
Yeah.
Noon to 3.
Oh, okay.
Noon to 3. So 11 to 3.
I'm gonna have to come pour for somebody then. Woody.
Well, we're giving you guys a couple of tickets. So.
Oh. You can't go. Sorry, I'm gonna bring.
Yeah, Nick won't be there, so Nigel can bring somebody.
Nick's gonna figure out how to. Wow, look at that. The Bahama Yamaha.
Oh, I like that yellow
We got
one.
a dirt bike gang up in here.
So none of them are old enough to drink.
However, they're old enough to ride.
They're old enough to get the
They're here for
tacos.
tacos.
Oh, heard.
Well, like,
That's fun. You know, St. Joe.
tacos are for everyone.
They bring people together.
They're inclusive.
St. Joe's an eclectic town.
Yes, it is.
I lived here years ago.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, I was. I worked at KQ2.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I was a weekend sports anchor.
How long ago was this?
2008,
You might have worked with my girlfriend,
possibly. What was her name?
Megan Simpson.
I don't remember.
Yeah.
Was she there back then? What did
possibly.
she do? What did she do?
She doesn't work in that industry anymore.
Oh, yeah. I worked there. I was a weekend sports anchor for like a year, so I learned all the things St. Joe. Hung out in Mo West a little bit. Went to Northwest. Actually, fun fact. 2 guests ago, Brandon Simpson, who owned Jazzy Bees in Lee Summit, was at Northwest when I was covering Northwest.
No.
So yeah, 6 degrees of separation. But I got love for St. Joe. I had a great time here. You know, granted, they thought I was famous because I was on TV. I was like, really? Okay, I heard. I'd be at the fucking
TV people, you TV hacks, you get all the love.
No, dude, I would be at the grocery store and I'd get invited to these these college parties. I'm like, fuck yeah, let's go.
Nobody loves the print sports writer.
Because you're not on the telly, mate.
Exactly. We work harder. We do better work.
I mean, that's probably true.
Typing's harder.
We actually go do the news. They just take what we write.
They just read the news?
They just read what we write and put it on TV.
Is that right? Is that right? So we cracked this last mystery beer?
Mystery beer.
Because this has been a 2-parter, so
Is that your answer?
that's the answer. Thank you, Bree.
Bree. Hey, by the way, Bree is the answer.
Yeah. Mystery beers? Bree says yes. So
What is this second beer I've had? This is lovely.
That's the triple play. It's a shandy with strawberry, lemon, and ginger.
And
It is. I'm surprised it has lasted 2 weeks on a 10-barrel batch.
What was the one you gave me?
Club Country.
Club Country. It's a craft malt liquor, but it's got a New Zealand flair. It's Motueka hops.
That's delicious. That's
That
nice.
is a fantastic beer.
That's a boat beer right there.
Yes.
Yes, it is.
You want to guess the ABV? Let's see.
I don't remember what it is. It's like
He's gonna be wrong.
I can get within
Wrong.
I don't know. Look.
It's under
First rule
6.
of this game is Nick is always wrong.
12-7.
That's a 19.3% beer.
Look, 50-11. That's a shit ton.
That's a shit ton.
It's under 6. I think it's
Yeah.
like 5.2.
Yeah, somewhere around
I
there.
said 5.3. I was close.
Yep.
But you went over.
Nick,
Price is Right rules.
You want to do the last mystery beer?
Sure. What do we got in here?
I don't know.
Oh, a little wind shift.
A little wind shift action.
I'm actually
What
looking
is
forward
this
to this. I
handwriting
haven't
there?
had a wind shift beer in a very
Helicity?
long time.
Helicity? I don't know this one.
Yeah, I don't either.
I just looked at the number too. So
Yeah,
sorry
same.
about that.
Let me look it up real quick. I don't know what it is.
It's not on the can?
No, it's called a mystery beer.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Gotcha.
I should probably just I should call phone a friend. You know you can do
street
that.
shout out.
You can do that on the board. We can call somebody.
we can.
We should do that sometime.
I haven't figured out how to do it. But hashtag road. They can do anything.
Oh, it's an IPA.
It smells like an old school West Coast.
Heard. It's a collab. Shout out to ZZ Hops, former member Iowa Brewing Project in.
Is this Nick?
Spencer,
Yeah.
Nick,
Yeah.
Applewood?
Yeah, Applegate, yes.
Applegate, yeah. He was here last year at Ales
Yeah,
West.
yeah, he loves to come back,
Yeah.
man. So it's
We need a road trip up there.
Iowa Brewing Project collab using Iowa Malt and KC Hopco Columbus.
Okay.
I would never have guessed that was Columbus hops.
Really?
Yeah. It's got a creaminess to it, like a.
Not much on the nose.
No, the nose was lacking, but it makes up for it with body.
Feels good though.
Yeah, and it's got a creaminess to it. It's kind of crazy.
Yeah.
Kind of lingers there a little bit.
That's solid.
Yeah.
I mean, it's.
I looked at the number because it's handwritten in Sharpie real big. So
I was. I have no idea. If I were to guess, I would say 6-ish, like 6.2. Let's say 6.2.
It tastes very low.
Yeah. 6.8.
did you look already?
I've already seen it.
Oh yeah. The actual retail ABV is 7.
Well,
So you were
I
closer.
would not have. I would not have gone into the 7s.
But but then again, that can is from December.
Okay.
So
really, it's holding up pretty
it does,
good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it doesn't taste anything.
Yeah, I'm not
old
getting
at
any.
all.
Yeah, they got.
no, there's nothing. But you could tell it's some things.
Yeah, some of the hops are dropping off, but
Yeah.
it doesn't taste oxidized at all.
No,
it's
but
not. Doesn't have the
it
cardboard.
certainly doesn't taste. I mean, to me, I'm like, okay, what's that? 5.5?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
would have gone somewhere in the
5 or
well,
6. Yeah.
yeah 6-ish range.
Yeah. Nice beer though.
Yeah, for sure. I'm really impressed with.
Is he coming to Ales West this year?
I have not heard.
Fucking Nick.
I will
Listen,
call him.
Applegate.
Yeah.
Get your ass down here.
So if you were at Parkville, maybe you should stop by and pester him because his sister lives here in St. Joe.
Well, no, he's been coming to Parkville, so
Yeah, he's at Parkville this year.
yeah. He always comes to Parkville. I mean, he loves to come back, and he loves Kansas City.
You know, as Nick said that he's at another brew festival on June 3rd. There is a huge brew festival in Des Moines also.
Really, what's the
Yeah.
name of that one?
Des Moines Brew Festival,
Now let's correct the record.
not Ales West.
I am not at a brew festival. I'm at a community festival, slinging not as awesome beers.
I just
Yeah.
learned the brew scene in Des Moines. So
Yeah, huge,
I've been going to like Drake Relays.
Yeah.
And last year was the first time I was like, well, let's go hit some breweries. I'd never done it before. I was like, oh,
They have a couple.
Lua's good. I went to Exile. Yeah.
Peachtree.
I never made the. I only ended up at 2. I went to Lua and I went to.
Lou is good. Peachtree.
I don't know.
Or Peachtree.
Yeah, Peachtree.
Peachtree.
well, you brought some Lewis a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, I've got the. What's the name of it? Does it start with a P? No, Confluence.
Oh,
yeah.
Confluence,
yeah.
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 Confluence was back.
Solid.
I just met that crew at a Master Brewers Association district meeting, and they brought a bunch of hop water that they'd made, and it's like, man, they were. Have you had the hop waters before?
We just had a hop water on the last episode. Remember
Yeah,
that?
Like Lagunitas hop water is
Oh, it
so
was-
good,
oh, it
and
was delicious.
Confluence, like those.
Yeah.
guys, yeah, they're
Yeah, I was down with that.
yeah.
I honestly didn't know what to make of it. I couldn't even give you a judgment.
I've had a lot
he
of
was
really
so
bad
confused.
ones.
It was confusing.
Is this beer? Is
No.
this water?
I didn't know what it was. It was confusing to
I
me.
mean, you could, for me, because I'm
this a sour?
I love hops.
Well played.
You put hops in something, I'm down with it.
Yeah.
I mean,
the
I will
Mocaska
drink
coffee around the
whatever.
corner here. The first couple of years of Ales West brought dry hopped coffee.
Right, yeah, nitrogen coffee.
Yeah, nitrogen.
Ooh. Yeah,
on nitrogen.
dry
It was,
hopped.
it was
Yeah.
incredible.
How did
Simon-
that turn out?
It was incredible.
Fantastic.
Sign me up for that.
Yeah.
Maybe we should have him back.
Well,
Yes, that deserves an invite.
yeah. I
He,
think
he's been under a big undertaking with the new building, so
Oh, gotcha.
That should not stop him.
no.
maybe we'll reach out to Andy.
Yeah.
So the beer scene here is like, I have $3, and I'm going to throw out a $5 word, burgeoning.
Yeah.
Yeah,
How hard did you have to work for that word?
That's
Do you
what-
feel like you had to muscle up?
he
No,
Googled it earlier, Nick.
That's what popped up in my head. I was like, burgeoning.
Is that why you were 10, 15 minutes late to leave town to come up here? Is because you were looking up words?
No. I
So
was-
apparently the video guys have some skills with words too.
Yeah, that's right.
He got a brand new iPhone. He was using that thing.
Vinny.
Surrey.
Vinny. I have a dictionary.
Thesaurus.
Right here on my phone.
A thesaurus.
Thesaurus,
A
yeah.
thesaurus.
That's what I
My
said.
favorite
He got himself a
dinosaur.
brand new iPhone.
Siri, what's St. Joe known for in their brewery world? Burgeoning.
So you guys are here. What's it been like? Because I walk into the brewery, I'm like, it's 50, 11 people.
That's a
That's
shit
a
ton.
shit ton.
Yeah.
Oh, this is just a Tuesday afternoon. On
That's what I'm saying.
This is a Tuesday afterday.
There's
Oh, my
breweries
God.
in Kansas City would kill for this crowd
Oh, yeah.
on a Tuesday.
Oh yeah.
yeah, our Fridays and Saturday nights here are insane.
Really?
Yeah, this year we got caught with our pants down.
Phrasing.
Crazy.
That could be
No,
good or
actually,
bad.
it was literal.
Well,
I walked in
typically-
here one night.
Typically, January and February are our slowest months of the year,
Yeah.
and we never slow down. Actually, River Bluff's highest sale, the most sales they've ever had in a week, happened in February this year.
No shit.
Wow! Every night of the week, you come in here and it's just shoulder to shoulder.
And shout out to the boys at River Bluff in the River Market, because when I go in there, I was like, what the fuck is going?
And that's a big freaking space.
Yeah, it is.
They do some bits like their anniversary.
Oh yeah.
What the fuck was that?
Well, I think River Bluff's secret is like we're grounded in classic styles.
Yeah.
You know, we're not trying like we do like the Kansas City location is for the crazy stuff, for the creative stuff.
But you still have the regular shit down there, because
Yeah.
I'm a speedliner guy.
yeah, well, all the
That's what I was gonna say. What's the boat one? That's the one I like.
That's Speedliner,
the
yeah.
boat one.
yeah, and all the speedliners brewed here. Up
Yes.
here.
Yeah.
Yeah, all of our classic styles are basically brewed up here, and all the fun stuff and crazy stuff.
I think
is
you
brewed
just said
down
the
there.
Fringe beers.
I think you just said those weirdos are down in Kansas City.
No, it's actually our head brewer runs both places. He goes down there
Yeah.
to brew all the fun stuff that might not fly in the St. Joe market.
That needs to be a fucking TV show. A guy running
Follow
two
Morgan around.
Yeah, a guy running two breweries. What
Yeah,
the
that's
fuck is
right.
that, bro?
Yeah, he's back and forth during
That's a
the
lot
week.
of miles on his car.
Yeah.
Well, he's not down there every day and then coming up here. We've got an assistant down there who can cover the
Yeah.
stuff, and
Yeah.
he does down a couple
No,
times, once or twice a week.
they're killing it down there.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I was the last time I was down there. Their live music game is really nice, and so the brewery I work at, we do live music. Totally stole some people. I was like, I want those at my brewery.
Yeah, and we've got a great live music space up here in this back
Yeah.
room too. So
So how would you characterize like the St. Joe beer scene? I feel like it's not a bunch of because down there in the River Market, it's a bunch of fucking millennials who
what's
pay.
crazy is
This
up here.
is like a super blended area. Like
Yeah. That's
what I
it is
think.
crazy.
But the crazy thing is, if you walk around out here, it's mostly elderly people.
Hold on. What do
Older.
you mean elderly?
Older.
What do you mean elderly? Like
Older.
94?
Older
Say
people.
the
Okay.
say the number.
What's
say
the-
the,
what's
say
the
the number.
I'm gonna
Tenured.
start
Say
this
the
out.
number.
I'm gonna
Say the
start-
number, please.
No.
65.
No.
Really?
I was really.
No, actually,
Do you mean
I
late?
I call myself an old.
Hey, Nick,
So-
you want some
Shut the
cougars?
fuck up.
Do you mean late 50s?
He means cougars.
Do you mean late
Cougars.
50s? Say it.
Most of our we're not millennials.
Yeah, it's not.
Mostly.
Yeah.
You know what the opposite of a cougar is? Like a man?
Nigel.
A manther.
Is that what you're trying to call yourself? No. When you look in the mirror, is that what you're telling yourself?
Somebody told me that.
But instead of like
That's
rare,
his-
he's like,
That's his daily affirmations in the morning. You're a man.
You're a manther. You're somebody. You're a manther. Bloody fucking hell.
I'm strong enough. I'm smart enough.
and I'm a
damn it, people
manther.
like me.
Panther. Gonna use that one on my wife.
You're not.
tonight.
Hey, send that to her with the picture we took her.
That's right. I already sent her the picture.
Fellas, it's been
Really? Can you make that segue?
No, I'm going. I'm going to wrap this shit up. This two-parter, because you have to edit it, so it's fine. Yeah, you're 50. Yeah,
We'll be fine.
perfect. It's been a great time.
It has.
Thanks for the invite. Sorry for the false start last week. It's all good.
Oh yeah.
good.
Where can people find you guys on the socials?
So aleswest.com, number one. Ales West on Facebook.
And if you're a brewer wanting to sign up, like a home brewer or a commercial brewer who's interested,
So you can still sign up.
Yeah.
Like we're not going to turn anybody away. If there's a home brewer who reaches out to us the day before the
Yeah, on
festival,
June
we're-
2nd.
No shit.
I will find a spot
we're
for
going to
them.
find a spot for you.
That's awesome.
Yeah, especially a home brewer. Like
Yeah.
if
the home brewers are the future of this industry. We want to promote.
Well, I will send a shout out to the fellas on ZZ Hops. because I'm like, if you haven't signed up, they'll still take you.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah, and we also have some fabulous prizes.
Yeah, so we got a spike fermenter that's going to go to the
And it's
best
the Flex.
brew-
It is the Flex Plus.
Yeah, the Flex system.
Really?
Yep.
Yeah, so we're trying to figure
Wow.
out if it's going to be like the best brewer or best beer who gets that
Yeah.
prize. But yeah,
We got some prizes from some yeast distributors that will
Yeah.
be going
some
out.
yeast companies, and we're still hearing back from other people. So
That's awesome.
and also whoever brews the best of show.
Oh no, two. So you got the best beer and the best brewer.
Yeah, and so the best beer is going to get scaled up both at the Black Pony location up in Maryville.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, so
and
there's
at
two
the-
different
and
scale ups.
we're also going to scale it up at the Kansas City River Bluff location.
Wow.
Yep.
So whatever home brewer wins
Two of
best
them gets
beer
it.
is going to get
Yeah.
their beer scaled up at two different commercial breweries.
That's
That's
amazing.
fantastic. Oh, so one brewer gets 2 places.
Well, depending on how they pick it. So
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
it could
I
be
mean-
2 different breweries or 2
Okay.
different home brewers
Okay.
get scaled up
wow.
too. Yeah.
But there's two commercial scale ups
That's fantastic.
in the
That's great.
in the
And
mix.
I believe they'll be both available in St. Joe.
I do believe so. Yeah.
Yeah. So
That's-
they won't both be available in Kansas City,
Sure.
but they'll both be available in St. Joe.
But yeah,
I mean, technically, just come to L's West and
Yeah.
you can get both beers
That's right.
before they get scaled up.
yeah,
That's
yeah,
right.
yeah.
Like,
for
It's a great weekend. Just get in your car,
Yeah.
drive to St. Joe.
You know,
Oh,
we need.
and the other thing I wanted to mention, in case anybody listens to this, and any home brewers who might want to come up. Also, afterwards, River Bluff is sponsoring an after party
Oh,
for the VIP ticket holders and the brewers. So if you bring a beer, you're going to get a couple of free beers to come up here at River Bluff and hang out with some of the commercial brewers that
Yeah,
are going to
yeah.
be here.
Yeah.
And we're going to have
that's the way you fucking do it,
Yeah.
bro.
yeah,
That's the way you do it. That's well played.
yeah.
That's well played.
And if you want to follow River Bluff, I just did it. Damn it.
River Bluff.
River Rough.
It only took you an hour, Nick.
Ruh-roh. If they want to follow River Bluff,
Bruff.
I think it's.
is it at River Bluff?
Yeah. River Bluff.
I think it's like hashtag follow the river.
Yeah, it's follow the river. Or RBB.
So look.
Are you down with RBB?
RBB?
This is free.
Yeah, you know me.
You need to do a beer called
Thank
River
you.
River Bruff.
River Bluff. Yeah, it's
Call it
happening.
River Bruff.
River. Yeah.
River Bluff.
River Bruff.
I want royalties.
There's no royalties, motherfucker. Nick, where can they find us?
You can listen to
Me?
Well, you specifically. You should actually be a listener to your own show.
I do listen to it. It's terrible.
You can listen on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify, or any of your favorite podcast apps. You can even, if you got one of them, our Alexa devices. Hey, Alexa, play the Beers with Nigel podcast. I almost said play the River Bluff podcast. You can also follow us on the Tweeters,
The tweeters,
the Instagrams,
Instas,
and the Facebooks.
the Facebooks, and anywhere you can find a podcast.
and
Oh, look,
anywhere.
let's
And
shout
look,
it-
we're even YouTube has its own podcasts now.
Yeah,
You
apparently.
can even do the
Yeah.
Beers with Nigel on
Yeah.
YouTube.
So look, shout out to our new sponsor,
Brewview
Brewview, Missouri.
and Brewview Vermont.
Vermont. So shout out to that's our new sponsor. They put out there were all the Missouri rest stops. No, it's true.
If you are driving through Missouri, you want to find all the breweries.
They
Stop off at the rest stops.
Yeah,
You can
their
do that.
magazine represents. It puts all the breweries as a brewery guide
That's actually genius.
and
I know.
a wine guide all over Missouri. And
all over Vermont.
if you're in Vermont, you want to know what the fuck's going on? Brewview, Vermont.
Yeah, so if you're in Missouri and you like sweet wine, there's going to be a guide to get you to all of it.
Hey, some people like sweet
Somebody-
wine.
Especially in Missouri.
my in-laws, they love all that shit. And I will say too, there's a couple that even my weird ass likes. So
You're weird.
yeah.
Heard.
Hey, guess what?